Hello, good morning, everyone. Is it audible to all of you? Hello, everyone. Good morning. We will just start in few minutes. Hello, everyone. So we are going to start the webinar. I hope I'm audible to everyone. If I'm not audible, you guys can say in the comment box there. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I am Anuradha Mishra from the IoT Academy. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's webinar on machine learning trends, career, and job opportunities. Let me take opportunity to introduce the IoT Academy. The IoT Academy is a tech company having collaborations with various E and ICT academies at IITs, for example, IIT Kanpur, IIT Roorkee, and IIT Guwahati. Today we have very experienced resource persons with us to share their knowledge about data science and machine learning. First resource person is Mr. Kaushlendra Singh Sisodia, who has 20 plus years industry experience and co-founder of the IoT Academy. Prior to this, he played various key roles in Ericsson, AB at Sweden, ST Microelectronics, and other MNCs. Kaushlendra is IIT Kanpur alumni. He is voracious speaker and delivered talks to many universities and colleges on startup ecosystems, data science, machine learning, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, and convergence of technologies. The second resource person is Mr. Rohit Kaushal. He is heading business development for staffing and recruitment for the IoT Academy's parent company, Unique Converse Technologies. He has more than 12 years of industry experience and helps the IoT Academy to provide the best career placements for its graduates. So, guys, just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box. We will bring them up during the presentation and we will also have time for questions at the end. So let's get started. I would love to welcome Mr. Kaushlendra Singh Sisodia for this webinar.
Hello, Anuradha, am I audible?
Very good morning, sir, and welcome to this webinar. Yes, you are audible to us.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me share my screen now. So, good morning, everyone. Just a second. Okay. So, welcome to today's webinar that is in machine learning trends, career, and the job opportunities. So let me brief about myself. Already, Ms. Anuradha, she has briefed about myself. So I am IIT Kanpur alumnus, having 20 years industry experience. I am presently working as director at Uniconverse Technology Private Limited. I am also chief mentor of the IoT Academy for skill development and trainings program. I am working. I have worked in various MNCs. Ericsson EV in Sweden for 7 years, ST Microelectronics in Noida, Ubinetics India Private Limited, and the Saskin Communication Technology at Bangalore. So this is my brief introduction. I will make the screen. I will stop my video and I will share in the slide mode. Yeah. So today's agenda is we would be discussing about the applications of machine learning. what is machine learning, and what are the usage in the industrial domain of data science and machine learning, what are the career and the job opportunities, what should be the approach to be skilled in this area. So this is the major questions that generally the learners or the beginners they have, that what should be the approach, because on the net there are a lot of options. Even if they want to go for learning, there are a lot of tech companies. From there they can learn. There are free courses, there are paid courses, so there is a lot of options available, so it is very easy to get confused. So what should be the approach that we will discuss, how to achieve the best career growth, and how the IoT Academy support in placement and your career growth. So some part would be taken by me, and some part would be taken by Mr. Rohit Kaushal. He would be discussing after me. So let us start with some live observations that we have in our day-to-day life. Some use cases we have. A junk mail folder in everybody's mailbox. So how does the junk mail folder recognize that which mail has to go into the spam folder or the junk folder? So this thing we have to, like, we come across in our daily life, that some of the mails go to a junk mail folder. And regarding the recommendation, whenever we search something on the net, then we go for some other kind of activity, the relative some ads would keep on coming for our suggestions. So how does it happen? So this, and then if we talk about the object recognition, whenever we take a picture, we can even tag each and every object in the image. And when regarding the traffic part, if there is some traffic violation by any vehicle, there are automatic cameras. They can read the number plate, and then they automatically put the challan. So how does all these applications are working? The underneath technology is machine learning basically. We would see some more use cases, like every industry and businesses are using data science and machine learning in some or other form. Either we take IT and education, or healthcare and e-commerce, pharmaceutical or energy, or we take media and entertainment, or telecom domain. We take retail and CPG, or travel and hospitality, or automobile. Whichever industry we talk about, each and every industry is generating data, and they are using some data science or machine learning technology in some or other form. There are some other industries, like we discussed, so we have already checked, so I skip this part. If we talk about the industry, how they are utilizing this, the benefits that machine learning and data science is providing. So if we talk about retail industry, they are using for demand forecasting. They want to check that what is the upcoming demand, so that they can manufacture the products or whatever the items they are selling, so they can go for the corresponding manufacturing. Supply chain optimization, pricing optimization, market segmentation and targeting, and recommendation. So retail is using data science and machine learning for all these purposes. If we talk about the marketing part, in marketing they use data science machine learning for recommendation engine and targeting, like what products are very good, like depending upon the sentiment analysis or the recommendations or the people's interest, they can recommend to the people, and they can target to the right people. So that is, again, they have to do some they have to first collect the data, they have to do some analysis, and depending upon the interest, they have to recommend to the right people. Customer 360, so it is basically the support from all the angles: click stream analysis, social media analysis, ad optimization. So marketing is using all this technology for this purpose. Healthcare, if we talk about, it is for predicting the patient disease risk, diagnostics and alerts, and fraud detection. Telecom is using for customer churn, like how many customers are on a particular network, and what are the what kind of activities they are doing. So the telecom is using that way. System log analysis, there are a lot of issues happens in the, because it is a very huge and complex network. If we talk about telecom, so where the issue is, either the issue is at the base station side, or there is some issue at the infrastructure side, some switch is not working, some data is blocked, or some security breach is happening. So lot of data is physically generated in telecom domain, and we do lot of log analysis. Anomaly detection, it is, there is something is not properly functioning, then we have to do the anomaly detection. Preventive maintenance, so preventive maintenance is very huge term, and it is being used in industry 4.0 perspective also. This is basically to minimize the unplanned downtime. So predictive maintenance, like before anything is breaking down, we have to do the maintenance in the, by predicting the log or the data we are collecting. So that is called predictive maintenance. If we talk about the finance, here we do risk analytics, customer 360, fraud detection, and the credit scoring. So all these are some examples for different business domains and how they are utilizing these technologies. And this was pure IT part. Now if we talk about the OT part, where the operational things also comes, because here we are talking about the cyber physical system. This is the arena, or the time that is talking about, it is including the operation and the IT, both the technology together. So in operation technology, they are also generating a lot of data. If we talk about the autonomous cars, they are having lot of sensors, and they have to take the decision in a real time. So a lot of data is generated, we have to do a lot of data churn, lot of data analysis, we have to make decision very at a very fast pace. So here again, data analytics and machine learning are being used. Then smart city, there are a lot of applications, everybody knows it. So in smart city, again we deploy a lot of sensors, and we automate all the processes. So there are again, machine learning is used. Even for the plant, power plant analytics, the complex system design, again machine learning is used. Even the in the wind energy, this is one of the use case where people are trying to enhance or the improve their efficiency. So how they can improve the efficiency? For improving it, they need some data, or we can say huge data. Some data will not give the good accuracy, we have to collect data from various data sources, and we have to collect it, we have to make a right decision. Like if particular plant, there are multiple plants. If some plant is, we are getting data from all the plants, and some particular plant is doing operating at very good efficiency in compared to other plant, then the factory owner, or the all the plants owner, they can ask the plant that is not generating the correct efficiency, that what are the root causes. So this is a very good example, or very good motivation to use data science and machine learning in these things. Because earlier what used to happen, data earlier also used to generate, but all the data used to be wasted, nobody was knowing what to do with this data. Now with the advancement of these technologies, people know what has to be done with this data. This data should not be wasted. Even you know that in all the government offices, there are a lot of big registers, they keep on collecting the data, and there would be dust depositing on the registers, but they nobody knows what to do with this data. So government is also digitizing all the data, and they are also trying to uh, like get some kind of business intelligence, or some kind of efficiency improvement based on the data collected. So that is the way now digital technologies are working. Government and private organizations are working. Whenever they are getting data, they are not like throwing it away, they are trying to utilize it to get the better efficiency or the cost reduction, whatever way. Like we have to do kind of improvement in our operations. That is the ultimate aim. If we talk about some other industry like mining and the metal industry, where the this market is for 400 billions. Electricity sector, there is 1.3 trillion. Lot of everybody knows lot of power is getting dissipated, or it is getting theft theft cases are happening. So how can we identify such kind of cases, or whatever the transmission loss is happening, at what levels the transmission loss is happening. So all this analysis we can do by using these technologies. Similarly, the chemical industry, there the business is $550 billion. These are the few industry that we have named, but each and every industry, uh, they are using this machine learning and data science, AI, this kind of technology, IoT. Even now people are talking about the 5G, that is called for the digital transformation. So 5G would be like generating even more data. Till now we have been using 3G, 4G, and we know that even through our mobile we are running so many apps. So everything is generating data. But once we would be having 5G, where the data speed is in gigabits per second, so you can assume that how much data the each person, each machine, each sensor would be generating. So data would be in a huge amount. We would be needing more advanced algorithms that can handle this data. So this is the major motivations for the data science and machine learning job requirements. Let us discuss about the role of data. What is the role? So this is very old saying that future development would be around data, and Mukesh Ambani has also echoed the same thing, that data is the new oil and it would trigger fourth industrial revolution. So how does the data plays a role for the present technology? So whenever we say that from where the data come from, that is driven by IoT. And how is data communicated from one source to another, towards the destination side, that is driven by networking and the communication technologies. Then how and where data is managed, that is done by cloud computing and big data. And what to do with the data, that is driven by data science and machine learning. And how to secure the data, that is done by cyber security. So whatever technologies nowadays we are listening, that is around the data, because data would be keep on generating in the coming time. Like right now we have a huge tsunami of data. We can't imagine that how much data would be generated in coming years. After 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, there will be huge data. So we have to have some proper mechanism to use this data before it is getting wasted. So now we come to data science, machine learning, and AI. What exactly it is? So people like get confused. We are using so many terms: data science. Somebody using machine learning, AI. Some people are using deep learning also. So what exactly these terms are? And like it, sometimes we have seen the people who have done the training, but they are not very much clear what are these 3 4 terms that comes quite often in our day to day conversation. So let us take first picture here. You can see that data science is overlapping with some part of the other circles, the 3 circles. So if we talk about the first 3 circles, the outermost circle is artificial intelligence, and it is containing machine learning. And then the further machine learning is containing the deep learning. So deep learning is the smallest circle, and it is a very niche skill set. And machine learning is uh, on top of that one, that when we do some crude kind of prediction, that is driven by machine learning. And artificial intelligence is even the that contains machine learning as well as some other activities, some other operations. So uh, by definition, if we check what is the deep learning, it is the class of a state of the art machine learning algorithms. So here we have to, like, it is little bit complex. We have to go for multiple layers of prediction so that we can get better accuracy. Machine learning, it is when we use less accuracy or suboptimal thing, then we can use machine learning. It is making data driven prediction. And then artificial intelligence is generalizing idea of thinking machines, and data science is overlapping on each and everything, because it is all the technology are using mathematics, statistics, visualization, EDA kind of thing. So data science is kind of, sometimes people say that data science is a part of machine learning. They put this circle inside the machine learning. That is also like good enough. So there is a different way of representation, but data science is the first thing that we, whenever we get some data, we have to make some sense of data. We have to understand what exactly is this data is saying. So once we have comfortability with the data, we have made some visualization, we have understood the data, so that part is called data science. We have done some operations, some mathematical or statistical operations, then this is called data science. But now we have, like, whatever data is given, and we have understood what exactly it is saying up to the present level. But now, based on this data, we want to predict the future, that what is going to happen based on this data. There is some historical data, some present data. Can we predict the future based on this? So that is driven by machine learning. So data science says up to the present, but we start talking about the future, that is called machine learning. Okay. And once when we have recommendation for the future, and we start taking the actions also, like we have made up like self driven machine that is doing data science, like data analysis. It is predicting the future, and it is taking its own actions. When it starts taking own actions, that is called AI, because it has artificial intelligence, that what it has to do with the data. After getting the data, it has to perform some actions. So that is AI. So this is the, like, very minute difference between data science, machine learning, and AI. So data science is up to only the data processing part. Machine learning is one step further when we start predicting the future. AI is regarding the taking the actions based on the prediction or whatever processing we have done up to the machine learning. Deep learning is like a purified version, a very once we have very complex data, we have to have very good accuracy. Then we have to go for deep learning. Generally, the image processing, video processing, this kind of thing we do the deep learning. So this right hand side, if you see the artificial intelligence, they have multiple other things also. It requires machine vision, robotics, and then machine learning. As we discussed, it is a part of this. So machine learning has deep learning and the statistical learning. So beyond machine learning, because uh, we have to do some actions, so we need robotics. Whenever it has to perform some action, we need some mechanical part also, if we can say, or yeah, and machine vision. That is the additional things required for the AI part. And how we define the machine learning. If we try to understand by comparing the machine learning with the traditional modeling. So when we do the simple programming or simple analysis, we have generally a computer, or we can say we have our mind, we can say, because our mind also do some kind of computation. So we generally have some kind of data, and we do some model, like if we have to add 2 plus 3. Okay, so 2 2 and 3 are the data that we input, and we input the handcrafted model, like how to do the addition, and we will get the result 5 we would be getting. So the computation would be done based on the model and the data, and we would be getting the output. So that is how the traditional modeling works. But when we talk about the machine learning, we will not tell the computer or this one, that what kind of operation, how to find the operation to get to do something. So we would be giving the input data, we would be giving the output data. Then the machine has to learn by itself that what kind of operation is required to make a relation between the input and the output data. So, like we give 2,3, 5,7, and we also give the output like summation of these things. And then we ask machine that what kind of operations would be required to do this kind of operation. And then we give the next input, then it has to predict that this would be the output based on the analysis. So that is how, because in general in our practical life, when we get lot of data, it is hard to, because it is beyond humans capacity to process this much data. When once human cannot make process the data, then it cannot make the program also, right? So it has to, we have to make a kind of mechanism that create a model to make the relationship between the input and output. So that is how machine learning works. When we have petabyte of data, terabyte of data, then machine would learn by itself that what kind of relation between the input and output, and it would start like making a model. And whenever it would start, it would get new data, it can predict what is the required output. So that is the way machine learning work. Here we get the sample data, we give the expected result, the computer makes a model. Now it creates a model, and then this model is fed for making the prediction. We get new data, then we get the new results. So that is how the thing works. Like we have the weather forecasting. How does it work? That based on the previous data and the current environmental condition, we do the forecasting. But before doing the forecasting, they make a model. A model is done based on the previous data. So there are few steps that are followed to make the predictions. This is the definition uh, of machine learning, that it is a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So we are not giving the program, we are not giving the mechanism with which it has to perform the operation. We are just giving the numbers, input and output, then it has to find the relation between them. So that is, this definition was given by Arthur Samuel in 1959. So what are the steps in machine learning? We generally collect data, that is the first part, then extract the features, train and test the data, and we deploy the model. So by extracting the features, here we are making the model. The third step is train and test the model, test the data. Here we are doing the modeling, data modeling, and we are doing the testing, initial testing. Once we have got the desired accuracy, we deploy the model. So that is the way machine learning thing works. So this is the few steps that we follow. Here we have original data set, we have training set and the test set. We divide into two parts, training and the test. So training is just to train the data or to validate the data. Training set is further divided into the training set and the validation set. Test data is same like this. Based on a training set, we create a model, machine learning algorithm model, and we do the training, tuning, and evaluation. And then we do the initial testing by using the validation set. Once we have got the predictive model with the desired accuracy, we do further testing with the test set for the final performance estimate. And if it is fine, good enough, like we are getting 95 accuracy, and that is good enough for any deployment, we deploy this predictive model for the further prediction. So that is how machine learning work. So the type of machine learning, it is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So in supervised learning, it we are giving some training data, and we are giving some desired output with the labels. So somebody is also telling that this is the output, and the meaning of output is this much, this way. So they would put some label so that people can understand. So we would be having one example so that it can be clear that what does label mean here. Then other way, the next type is supervised learning. So in, sorry, unsupervised learning, there is training data without any desired output. So there would be no labeling here in training data. So whatever data we would get, there would be no label. It would be just pure data, and we have to find the label or whatever features are there that we have to do. So this difference between supervised and unsupervised means here somebody is supervising, somebody is telling what this data is. It is like it is making you learn that this data has this meaning. But in unsupervised learning, there is nobody to tell you what exactly is data. So unsupervised learning becomes more complex because you have no reference what exactly is this data. You have to do multiple iterations to make out some intelligence out of this data. The third one is reinforcement learning. It is even more complex, and it works based on the reward from sequence of action. So you have to perform some action. If it is good action, then some reward would be given. If it is wrong, then some punishment would be given. So by itself, by trial and error, the machine will learn itself. So that is called reinforcement learning. So if we talk about supervised learning, mostly it is of two type: regression and classification. So regression, there is a input and output given, and we try to make a very true relation or the mathematical operated relation between the output and input. Output is the dependent variable and input is the independent variable. So we try to make some n-dimensional curve. Some it could be linear curve or non-linear curve. So we try to fit this kind of data on a curve, and once we have the new data coming, we can predict. We try to fit on the same line or the curve that we have drawn to predict the future. So this is called regression method. The next one is the classification. So that is mathematically, and this is the logically. Here we do. So logically, like we do try to make a classes and number of classes, and we try to concentrate the data with the label, because this is the supervised learning. So based on the label, we try to classify the data. So for example, here we have to identify tumor in the eye based on few parameters, few features like it is clump thickness, color, distance from the optical nerve. So we based on these parameters, we draw it on a chart. Okay, x and y axis, and there are multiple parameters, and then we can draw a line. We can make that this side, if there is a chance of being a tumor, it is the upper half, and the second half, the diagonal half, below the diagonal, there is no chance of being a tumor. So if new data comes, then we can check that new data is coming in the this region or the lower region. So we can predict that there is a chance of being tumor or not tumor. So this is called classification. We have to do the analysis logically. And when we talk about unsupervised learning, since there is no label, we have to plot the data, and we have to make different kind of clusters. We have to see the concentration of data, and we have to draw a conclusion based on this kind of activity. So this unsupervised learning is used for like social networking analysis, market segmentation, organizing computer cluster. Here like nobody is going to tell that what exactly this data mean. So we have to do clustering, we have to do a kind of iterations to find out the uh, the meaning of the data. Similarly, we have the astronomical data analysis. So unsupervised learning is this type. Now we take a very simple example of supervised learning so that you can understand that how the machine learning works. And similarly, unsupervised learning would work. But we are taking example for the supervised learning where input is given, output is given, output is given with some labels, like somebody is telling what exactly this output is. So like here, if some machine has to identify uh, that a particular fruit is apple or banana. So what mechanism, what kind of steps we would follow? We would be giving have some data, or we would be having some samples of different apples and bananas, and we would be categorizing into different features, and we would be analyzing. So if we go to the next slide, so what kind of features we can have? One feature could be shape, and another could be color, then weight, if there is leaf or not no leaf. So these are the few features. Based on this, we the machine learns that it is what what fruit. Okay, so here when we show red in color, round in shape, with leaf, and the weight is 3 ounce for that object, and we label also. We tell that this particular object is apple. So here this is the meaning that we are labeling here. We Somebody is there to tell, okay, this particular object is apple, and you have to learn by checking the shape, color, weight, and the leaf and no leaf condition. Then the computer model will learn, and it would make some model once we have given one data. Then if we give the second data where the color is green, and the shape is round, no leaf condition with 4 orange, we again give it the label apple. Then the model will rectify, or it will fine tune its learning, that the color can be other than red also, it can be green. So that way it would learn. The Similarly, when we give yellow, another object that is yellow in color, curved in shape, no leaf, 4 ounce weight, and we tag it as banana. Another object we give green in color, curved, no leaf, 5 ounce, we give again banana. So then, like, by seeing all this data, it would learn, it will make a model. And when we give a new object that is red in color, round in shape, no leaf, and 4 ounce, it has to tell what is this object. Okay, so it has to tell. If we have given sufficient data, if it says apple, then it means the learning is fine. But in case it says banana, or a banana with some confidence label, then it means the learning, the test vectors we have given, the test data we have fed in, that is not sufficient enough. We have to make it learn more. So that's how the machine learning works. So this is the way we divide the things. So there are multiple algorithms also under supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, like supervised regression, decision tree, random forest classification. There are multiple algorithms. Unsupervised clustering, and under clustering there are other algorithms, SVD, PCA, K-means. So there are multiple things that we have to do. And as we know that data science and machine learning is very much requiring mathematics. So in mathematics, basically mathematics is the pillar of data science and machine learning. So in if we talk about regression in under the machine learning, it is using vector calculation, linear algebra, dimension dimensionality reduction. It is using probability and distribution, and analytical geometry. If we talk about density estimation, it is again using the probability distribution. If we talk about the classification, it is using the optimization, and the matrix decomposition. So whatever algorithms we are using under data science machine learning, it is using these kind of mathematical areas, mathematical subject basically. So we are requiring vector analysis, linear algebra, probability analytics, optimization, the matrix decomposition. These are the mostly utilized tools in the mathematics. So this, so how to simplify the mathematics? So since these are the generally complex topics to handle, so we should always keep in mind that whatever uh, concepts are given, that should be simplified, so that we can relate this mathematics to the practical aspects of the machine learning. So that is very very important to learn mathematics for this one. So market and career, if we talk about, so there are a lot of potential for these technologies, and it is supposed to be grown up to 30.6 billion by 2024. And the skills versus vacancies. The people who know more about the all the aspect of machine learning, data science, for them the vacancies are more. But if people are with the limited skill set, then the vacancy will go low. So if somebody is knowing only Tableau, then the vacancies are less. MySQL vacancies are less. But if we come to the left hand side, it is like more comprehensive skill set, like data science and machine learning. It means if you have all these skill sets, then the chances of getting job and the vacancies are more, and getting job is also more easier, and the chances are yeah, better than. So this we have covered already, that lot of data would be generated. I can skip. And a lot of 50 lakhs jobs would be generated by 2023-24. And the salary package for fresher is 7 lakh to 9 lakhs, and for experienced people it could be 35 lakhs to 50 lakhs. Experienced means 4 to 5 years person, and if it is more experienced, the salary would be no bar basically. And there are multiple levels for getting the job. I can skip. So what should be the approach? The We can divide the machine learning and AI part in two things. The one is the technical track, another is for the managers. So the people who are at the higher rank, they need not to code the exact machine learning algorithms or data science, but they have to know how exactly like these algorithms work. Whenever they get lot of data, what kind of mechanism we have to perform, and how to allocate the work to the resources working on these problem statements. So for managers, the short term course would suffice for 40 to 80 hours. But the people who are going in the deep and they are looking for the technical track, they would be requiring long term course. Short term course would not suffice, and the career would be stalled after some time. So they have to go for 240 to 300 hours course. That is much required if they want to go to the technical line, because this is a very broad subject. It covers data science, and the programming language, mathematics, and machine learning, deep learning. So a lot of things are there. And then AI, somebody wants to go for AI, then they can go to AI part also. So the approach should be check your learning status, how much capability you have as of now, from where you can get personalized attention. So learn your data science and machine learning concept from where you can get them, because you would be having lot of questions, you lot of doubts. So you need a kind of personalized attention, from where you can get simple ways of explanation for complex stuff. So there are few complex topics in data science, machine learning. Somebody should be there who can easily explain you. So for example, I have some of my IIT faculties. They, when they start teaching, they teach already it is complex, they even teach even more complex way. So it becomes very difficult for the thing. So I generally tell them that please simplify as much as possible. So we have to have the trainers who can simplify all the complex algorithms in a very simple way. Avoid unnecessarily complicated things. Always check what is the best for you. So this you have to check. Don't go in the mob mentality, that wherever other people are going, you also have to go there. Please check that what is your status, and from where you can get the best that to make your career growing. So that is very very important. You are the best judge that what is the best for you. So our role in data science and machine learning, we are IoT Academy, and we are running a course with ENICT IIT Guwahati for long-term course. This is the course. It is 9-month course, and with IIT Guwahati, applied data science, machine learning, and IoT. And here the thing is, whatever we provide, the objective is practical knowledge personalized attention, doubt clearing sessions, curriculum and support and guidance, career guidance and the placement support that we are providing. And yeah, this is we cover all these top skills that are required: statistical thinking, data analysis, visualization, artificial intelligence and machine learning, Python, TensorFlow, speech recognition, neural network and deep learning, and IoT. These are the different tools, language are used for learning this technology. So, and this is the flow that generally the learners have. They start with Python for machine learning, go for maths and applied statistics, machine learning they do, then deep learning and NLP, natural language processing, machine learning with IoT, then career service and the caption presentation, and finally they get the certification from ENICT IIT Guwahati. This is the certificate for the one that is given. That the trainers are Professor Sumit Kalra. He's from IIT Jodhpur and Department of Science. He is very nice then, and he simplifies the things very in a very good way. Then Costings is Sudhia and Mr. Sanjay Agrawal. He is a machine learning expert from IMS BHU, and the Jitesh he takes the some part of IoT. IoT is very important because you have to understand how the data is generated. These are the different application process. I skip this part. These are our alumni. We are our top recruiters are from here, and this is the thing that I wanted to discuss, that what is the basics of machine learning and what kind of support we are providing. Now if there are any question I can take it up. Otherwise we will move on to the next uh, speaker. Please list down your questions in Q&A. I can check if there are any questions. Okay, there is a one question that, sir, I am pursuing PhD in deep learning, but I want to get knowledge in real world projects related to it. From which course I will get benefited? If you already having deep learning you have done, so you need not to again attend any course. Better to go for internship or go for the real world exposure. There are some websites like Kaggle and KD Nuggets. You go and check the live projects there. So that is the best way. You need not to go another course again. Otherwise, you will again keep on revolving around the theory part. So you have to get the practical exposure. That is very important. This question was from Vartika Agrawal. Okay, if there is any more question, please list down in the Q&A. Okay, please share the slide of admission page. This we can provide. This is from Rajeshi. So we will provide the complete slide and we will provide you more information. Then next question is from Sethu Ramlingam. Could you tell the applicability of the various type of machine learning, where to use supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning? So this is basically based on the data we have. If we are given some labels, we are told about the data property, then we should go for the supervised learning. If nothing is given, then we have to use supervised learning. Only the data is there, then we have to go for the supervised learning. And I will provide you more information. Because of the shortage of time, I could not give you the other information, that where exactly the supervised and supervised. I have some use cases I will share with you later on. And reinforcement learning is used for the like gaming purpose, where like automated games we have to do, and like maze game is there, and we have to do some kind of again hit and trial we have to do, and interactive games whenever we are having and we are having sometimes for AR VR kind of things we are using this reinforcement learning. Okay, and then I want to go for masters in machine learning. Where should I go? So masters, if you want to go, see, this is very tricky question. There are a lot of people who are providing this kind of course. Even is also providing. IIT Madras is also providing, and we have come across with many applicants who are learning from there, but the way of teaching is little bit pathetic. They don't, the faculties don't take the classes on time, and there are a lot of recorded sessions that you have to learn from, so then there is no use. So this is my, like, whatever we have heard from the various people, because we have a product company also, we get applicants for machine learning, and they have done this kind of courses from various places. This kind of statements we have heard from them. So this is like, you have to be very careful. You should check. I cannot say that this go to this place because I could be biased to say this, but I can tell you that what things you have to check. You have to check that, is it like only recorded sessions, or how many times like faculties are coming, and what is their way of communication. Like, is it they teach very complex way, or they provide in a very simpler way. So that you have to like contact with their alumni to check that what is their feedback. So this thing you have to like decide yourself. What is their syllabus also, that also you have to check, because IIT Madras, they are covering very less topics, but in market there is demand of more topics, more areas. So you have to be careful that what exactly they are covering. So this is like your decision where you want to go. But I can tell, like, if you search, there would be many options on the net, you will see. Machine learning tools. So in machine learning we are like, there are a lot of libraries given by Python. So we are using like PyTorch is there, and like uh, I can provide you those other tools. So Python is giving a lot of like visualization and matrix calculation we are having, and for NLP we are having different tools. For visualization, for image processing, we are having different tools. So there are a lot of libraries given by Python basically. One question is from Mr. Rajneesh. I don't have engineering background. I am masters in English. Can I take part in this course? Yeah, you can take, definitely you can take, because the people are coming from different backgrounds. So people are coming from BCom art side, and they are learning. But you have to have a learning like attitude, that you can participate. So data science is open for everybody. So you start with data science. If it looks good enough for you, then you go for the machine learning part. That is what I can say. So one question from Yogesh, that, sir, how much time it takes to complete the course? So it depends. As I mentioned, that what is your purpose? You want to go as a manager, or you want to go in the technical ladder? So if you want to go in technical ladder, generally 240 hours course is recommended to get a best career in this field. Another question is from Abhilash Kumar. Sir, I am new to this and I am in polymer science department. Want to develop knowledge on the machine learning. Is it useful for me? Yes, this, whatever science you are doing, this is very much like, you would be having a lot of data coming from the polymer part. So if you want to check what is the quality of the polymer, you want to predict, and the quality analysis, this machine learning is best, is very much required. So I would say this, whatever science you are running, then it would be very much useful. Polymer science, I would definitely say you should go for it. And you try to find some use cases on the net. You would definitely get a lot of use cases that are being used in polymer science. Then next question is from Simi. Please suggest something for interoperability in IoT. This site Simi from JC Bose University of Science and Technology. YMCA Faridabad. So some things for IoT, something for interoperability in IoT. So IoT, like it is a very vast field. Here we would, if we talk about in our course, we cover how the data is being generated and how data is managed in cloud. So that part we cover. But otherwise, if we talk about IoT, it is a very big topic. It contains lot of technologies like embedded system, the IT part, OT part, and cloud engineering. So a lot of, and communication system, so a lot of things are there. And the biggest challenge in IoT is the interoperability that you mentioned. So people are trying to find a uniform standard to get uh, interoperability among all the vendors. So that is like ongoing process, and that challenge is persisting in IoT, that interoperability is not maintained. Sir, who is eligible for this course? So anybody who has done graduation, they are eligible for this course. This question is from Mr. Ashish. Next question is from Raghava. Being an EC student, what is the path for studying machine learning? So for EC student, I would say machine learning is very good if we talk about the predictive maintenance, where the sensor technology, electronics, and the machine learning comes together. So for them, this is the very upcoming field, and government of India is like putting lot of emphasis on this manufacturing sector, and manufacturing sector is going towards the predictive maintenance. So this is the best domain for ECE students. From Arshad Ahmed, do I need to cover data structure and algorithms? Data structures is not that much required, but database analysis, database is required, because all the data has to be put in the databases. So for database management, if you want to learn something related to data structure, then it is fine. Otherwise, not much is required. Minimum knowledge is sufficient. Then the question is, okay, broadcast to all. Okay, this is fine. One question is from Priyanka. I am Priyanka Saxena, a PhD scholar in CSC department from Rabindranath Tagore University. I am so confused between all these terms: DS, machine learning, deep learning. How to clear my doubts? I found some clarity with what you said, but still very confused. I am willing to join your course. Can you tell me more about this? Yeah, Priyanka, this is the like really a big problem with all the, even the people who are very learned, they also get confused with this terminology, and there is some overlapping. So sometimes when we say data science, it takes some part of machine learning, but as I mentioned, data science is up to the data processing. We are just like doing the mathematical operation. Machine learning is for predicting. We are talking about the future, then the machine learning comes into the picture, and we start getting the actions on the whatever conclusion we have made, then artificial intelligence come to the picture. So as we see that the humanoid robots, right, they are a good example of AI. So they are doing they are like gathering the data from various sensors, that they have sensor organs, and they are doing processing, and they know that what has to, based on the activities happening around them, what next action they have to perform. So that is, up to here it is machine learning, but when they actually perform the action, that is called artificial intelligence. Like they are working like a artificial human, like they are totally working as a human, but it is not exactly human, biological human, it is a artificial human. So then it is called artificial intelligence. So it is a little tricky. I think you need to give some more time, and as you mentioned, if you want to join the course, probably, yeah, things would be more clear to you. So I think all the questions are done, and we are running out of time. So I would request Mr. Rohit Kaushal to quickly take the charge, and please explain, because just giving the knowledge is not sufficient. We have to give the placement opportunity also. So how we are giving the placement, what kind of things we are running, that is we will explain, and Mr. Rohit Kaushal will like explain you everything. Uh, Rohit, over to you. Let me. Rohit, are you there?
Yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kaushal. And
Okay.
yeah,
You are presenter now, so you can like continue.
thank you so much. So first of all, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for being part of this session. And thank you, Kaushal, for giving such an informative knowledge to all the people who have joined the webinar session today. So coming to what you were discussing about the way you left, I would like to take further from there. So guys, I would like to share my screen first with you all. Okay. So, as Kaushal has already mentioned, how the IoT Academy would help you in, enhancing your skills in terms of machine learning, and how you can get experience and informative about all these technologies. So, yes, it is good to have skills under your belt, but it always we always should look forward to get the opportunities where you can get placed. So learning is something that you should always go for, but yes, you need a career growth as well. So in this part we will discuss about the career growth. Hi, my name is Rohit Kaushal, and I am heading the business development for staffing and recruitment efforts with my company Uniconverse Technologies. And I'm having somewhere around 12 plus years of experience in the concerned domain, and looking forward to help people like you and others in enhancing their career growth. I have been working on the business development part, wherein I have been interacting with a lot of people across the industries and getting understand the trends which are there in the market these days. When we talk about the trends, there are a lot of technologies which are blooming these days. But yes, machine learning is one of the top-notch skill which is helping the industry experts to gauge and learn a lot of new skills and trends. Yes, machine learning is something that which is in high demand. A lot of clients are expecting these things to have such resources on the projects because the demand is very high, but the supply is on the lesser side. So to match the such demands in the market, which are with various lot of high end tech giants, they are looking for ML trained resources. In that course, the IoT Academy is helping them out to get some useful and skillful candidates. They are providing great training, and after the training is done, Uniconverse comes into the place wherein we are working as the placement partners with the IoT Academy. Our goal is your growth. If you grow, then definitely Uniconverge will grow together. So growth is not for an individual, but it's a teamwork, and it goes with everyone. If we discuss about Uniconverse Technologies, yes, it's a group of IIT and NIT and Luminous and professionals, and we which are from various domains, and we have across all over the India, we are catering our clients since 2015, and we have been in the domain, and we have been growing faster and helping a lot of skillful people who are looking for opportunities. We are helping them finding the suitable jobs, and with our corporate relations, we are getting a lot of opportunities where we can get people like you and others placed. When we talk about resources, we have a multifaceted team wherein they are multi-skilled and multi talented, wherein they have a lot of experience with them. We are helping them to get placed. When we talk about these team members, these are the people who are coming out of the institutions after completing their courses. Like one of the academies, the IoT Academy, wherein the people are completing their certifications on multiple domains. When we talk about skills, so in specific, I would say machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence. So as there are a lot of demands in the market, and our clients are expecting more and more candidates to come up. So we are helping these students who are getting certifications from the IoT Academy to place them and get them the right job. So getting a right job and getting the suitable job is something that we can assist you with. But at last, it's your it's everyone's capabilities and zeal to get a right job. So we help them in preparing for the interviews. We help them in understanding and rebrushing their skills, and also we help them to make their resumes presentable. So everybody does have a resume, but there are a lot of things which they never take care of. So we also help them to make a presentable resume, because interviewer doesn't know an interview by their faces. They understand the value of a candidate through their resume. So we focus more in representing their profile and helping them to get the right job at the right point of time. So the technologies that we are working on, there are a lot of areas that we are working, and these are the areas. These are the few areas where we have delivered a lot of candidates to our clients. So machine learning is also one of the part of it, and also we are working on various multiple domains, which includes like cybersecurity, project management, SAP, PLM, FPGA, testing, embedded, apps development, Androids and iOS. Then we have working in the telecom industry, the IoT industry. When it comes to cloud integration, we are working on those technologies as well. Apart from that, web technologies, data science, and machine learning, as I've already mentioned. Then Java, JavaScript, Salesforce, um, BPM comes within Pega and APN, then networking and quality assurance. So these are the some areas that we are working, and we are helping people with these expertise in getting them placed with our clients. This is something I would skip. So we do have existence in India and Europe. We work with various clients across the globe, and these are the clients that we are currently working with, like Sony, Ericsson. Then we are working with MDO and the like Infosys, Tech Mahindra. So these are few of the clients which I've mentioned over here, but there are a lot of more in the clientele list. So this is our team which is currently working, and these are the details of mine, wherein you can reach out to me in case you need any assistance in enhancing your career and looking forward to the opportunities. At last, I would say once again, guys, if you're opting for a course wherein you need to learn on machine learning, I would recommend the IoT Academy, as they are proving themselves in the market with the best resources they have trained so far. And yes, they have been gaining name, and they've been renowned by our clients as well, because the quality of resources that we have placed through IoT Academy, it's been amazing, and it's always been pleasure working with the IoT Academy. So at last, I would wish you all the best with your career endeavors, and I would suggest you, if you need any kind of support and help in getting being placed, reach out to us at any point of time. Thanks for your time, guys, and have a happy weekend. Over to you, Kaushal.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Rohit, for your nice presentation. So I think we can conclude for the session. If there are more questions, please write down in the Q&A regarding any technical or the placement point of view or job assistance point of view. We are happy to answer you. Okay, I think there are some few more questions. Let us check. How can we join course? Okay, Pushpinda has asked. So Pushpinda, we can send you the information. Somebody from our team can guide you. Any feedback link? So we would be sharing the feedback link so that you can give your feedback. Definitely, it would help us to improve our deliveries. So we will share the link after this session. So thank you. Okay, again, there is one question. How can I join the course? So we will provide the information. So after this session, we will provide you all the details for regarding the course, what is the evaluation process, the selection criteria, and the fee structure. So and from when the course would start. So all the details would be shared with you after this session via mail. So thank you everyone. This was nice interaction with you. Please feel free to come to contact us anytime. You have email ID and you have the other details, so you can reach out anytime. So Anuradha, over to you now. If you want to add some points, Anuradha, are you there?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable and precious time that you have given us. And you just guided to all of us about all the details of machine learning and all the things about career and job opportunities. And I just hope that guys, you all have learned something from this webinar. And if you have any questions, you can just call us and you can just ask to us at any time, or you can email us. We will definitely guide you at any point of time whenever you just want any kind of you just need any kind of help. You can reach to us. And thank you so much for your time also that you have given us to us, and you have joined this webinar. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, thanks everyone. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, all of you.